So this is my fender mod that I came up with for my wife's 2022 Tahoe. Originally, she was rolling around on these 24s. They had a lot less back spacing, so that means they sit inside of the wheel well more. Then she decides she liked these KG1s, which have a lot more lip exposed, meaning the tires are gonna hang outside the wheel well. Now, I must agree, those things are sweet. Now, of course, we could lift it. That's always an option. Lifting it is always an option. But this thing rides so good. It does have air suspension, okay? And right now, it is at its lowest setting. So I set it there intentionally, so that way, if it clears here, we should be able to make anything clear. But let me show you what I've come up with. And this is a trigger warning. Yes, I'm cutting on a practically brand new vehicle to make these things clear. This may not be for you. You may want to turn this off now. All right, guys, just got the inner fender pulled back. As you can tell, I trimmed it a little earlier, and I thought it was going to be all good, but because the air ride, it was actually at its highest point. So anyways, at its lowest point, not even close. So pretty much ignore that. We are going to take these bolts out, and then we're going to make a big cut right here. That's why I said this may not be for everybody. But looking cool is not easy. All right, so I found where this bolt hole location was by halfway bolting this bracket back on. So now I can just pop a hole in it right there and it'll line up. So we are gonna re-drill this hole over here. And then basically from the edge of this bolt, which is almost the center of this hole right here, we're gonna cut it all the way down to here and get rid of this bulk of plastic. There's a little bit of aluminum in there as well. Or sheet metal or something, I'm not exactly sure. Just like that. And yes, this is where it gets ugly. And yes, there's so many of you guys that wouldn't do this, but guess what? At the end of the day, the wife wants these things on there. And I really don't want to put a lift on this thing. She's like 5'0". And she can't drive for shit. The last thing we need to do is lift it. All right, now all of that is out of there. And yes, the grinder slipped just a little and I nicked it right here. That really pisses me off, but it is what it is. There's no going back now. Looking cool. It's not easy. Oh well. Next thing is to cut out the little piece of material here that will cover up that ugly crap. Just using some 14 gauge mild steel, and then I'll paint it up. Lots of people use cardboard for like, you know, playing with your templates and playing with different types of like configurations to where it looks good. I like using poster board myself. It works a little bit better. It's easier to cut. It's a lot straighter lines when you cut it. I don't know, works better for me than cardboard. All right, there you have it. Boom, there she is. And I know what you're thinking, oh my goodness, this guy has a torch hand from the promised land. My response is, you're right. Put just a little bend in it and pop a hole in it. Now it needs paint. All right, and this is pretty much the finished product. The only thing left I have to do is I'm gonna get some of these bolts that are, you know, have a black flatter head on them. But other than that, I think it turned out pretty slick. I did botch that little cut there, but besides that, turned out pretty cool. I mean, it looks pretty decent from a distance. Just really gotta swap these bolts out. So anyways, you know, if you like this type of stuff and you like seeing me botch up totally good vehicles for really no reason, drop a follow, or subscribe. Thanks guys, peace.